We're great.
We're really good.
How are you?
He's Argentinian.
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I just want to identify the accent for you.
Sure, thank you.
It's good.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
I think that we have really, really great bosses. We have great source material. I have a great scene partner.
Me too.
I've never done anything where it was me and one other person for the majority of a year of shooting, and I couldn't feel luckier.
I guess there were several challenges. Like one of them being to feel like we are the Joel and Ellie that everyone is familiar with without being an exact replica. But I think that was sort of done for us, and that Craig and Neil asked us not to play the game. So we did secretly watch some and try to play it. But I think that was helpful for that anyway, for getting a sense but not replicating. There were also just logistical challenges. Like you're shooting for a year, so much happens in a year. People get sick. There was COVID was happening during the time. The weather in Alberta is crazy, which is where we were shooting. So we had all of that. The scripts were so wonderful. When you read the scripts that are so great like this, you just I immediately wanted to be a part of it. I mean, they thankfully gave me the job, so I wasn't gonna say no because it was like the coolest. It was one of the coolest things that I'd ever seen, and I was aware of the game and was aware of how beloved it was, and that was exciting. The challenge of stepping into a character that was already so iconic, and it was scary at the same time. But I think those are the sorts of challenges that I want to do, and the scripts were so wonderful that I just couldn't say no.
I said yes for the same reasons. I think that one can only hope to have scripts as good as these. I didn't know the game before I had read the scripts, so what I was saying yes to was something that was on the page in front of me and directly related to Craig Mazin, the writer, and the actor cast in the role as Ellie. And so everything else opened up to me thereafter as far as what the source material is concerned, what the journey of the characters are. And every now and then you get the opportunity or you get an offer that we call a no-brainer, and this was the biggest no-brainer that had ever been put in front of me in my career so far. With this one in particular, this is a high effects show, but we also use so much practical effects in real locations. We're in the elements, we're using the seasons, we're using so much of Alberta to physically tell the story, as well as building unbelievable sets, doing night shoots, being in the woods, being on the mountains, being in the snow, and being on incredible sets at the same time. So this, more than any other job in my experience, combines all of the real elements and all of the made-up elements to tell a really, really, really big story with very, very intimate story arc.
We haven't played it.
I mean, I started to.
Did you? I was waiting at home, waiting.
And it's
for
funny
me to play
because
it.
we didn't know that we were under the same directive from Craig to not play. And what was cute was when we were starting to shoot. I remember at some point, Bella was like, "Have you looked at the game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've looked at the game. You looked at the game?" Because Craig told me not. Craig told me not to. And I was like, "Oh no, I watch it all the time. I try, and